Good morning, Lancaster.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jose.
This is Cup of J's.
Hey.
It's Friday morning in Lancaster. Today on the program, we're going to be talking about where the week went, some digital headlines that have crossed our paths, some digital headlines that have crossed our paths. We're going to sort out some audio issues here while I'm telling you what we're talking about. Bowling, baby bottles, deer hunting, and NFTs, much to the chagrin of our production team.
Yes, well, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Also, what's in the cup today? We're going to talk about what's in the cup. Ruby's chiming in on our entertainment news. Ruby, I think we need to come up with a name for your segment.
I agree.
I was thinking we need some like a fun times or.
I don't know if they're all fun though.
Hey.
You have to read the day's headlines.
Well, you're doing entertainment and you're doing sports, so I'm thinking for next week.
We'll brainstorm.
Yeah.
For next week.
Yeah.
How you feeling, by the way? How you feeling? Allergies.
Better. Allergy season has been kicking my butt lately. This Lancaster air is just not doing it for me. So.
I'm glad you're better this morning. I was a little worried. I did track you, by the way.
Oh,
I'm allowed to do that. She is my eldest heiress, so I did try. It was like, is she on her way? Or do I have to call?
Yeah.
Do I have to make that call? And finally, today, Jose is going to pay tribute to Shady Maple.
All right.
Which you very well should.
Absolutely.
But first, let's go to Ruby with the weather. This weather is brought to you by the fire escape here at the second floor of the Candy Factory in our media studio. Ruby, what's the weather?
Today's weather is pretty breezy.
There you go.
Did you pay for her to go to classes for this?
Yeah. Ruby's a meteorology major.
Yes.
Right now. Thank you very much for that. And I mentioned the Candy Factory. Do we make candy?
No, we do not make
No,
candy.
we do not. What is the Candy Factory? Candy Factory is a co-working and social club for everyone. Everyone is welcome. You can come together with other people, gather, work, be social in a very safe way. It's a building in downtown Lancaster with 20,000 square feet. All kinds of memberships. If you want to find out more about what we do here at the Candy Factory, visit coworkinginlancaster.com. Coworkinginlancaster.com. First on the agenda, our question of the week. I was going to call it question of the day. We've been calling this question of the day.
It's the week.
I realize it's the whole week.
Exactly.
Because you can comment on this. You can actually comment it's actually
honestly, the question of the century.
It's a question of forever.
The question of the lifetime.
But our question of the week this week, going forward, that is what we're going to call it, is what is your favorite type of donut?
Yes.
What is your favorite type of donut? And that's a spoiler for what's coming up here later on in the program.
But nothing like a spoiled donut, man. Let's not even go there.
What is your favorite type of donut? So here's how it works. Comment below in the comments if you're on Facebook or YouTube, and let us know what your favorite type of donut is, and you have a chance to win a bag of our featured coffee this week when we answer the question, what's in the cup? So it's time for two guys who like coffee to talk about what is in the cup.
Alrighty. Here we are with a wonderful blend. This is brought to us by Square One Roasters, and they're at 145 North Duke Street here in lovely downtown.
Where they at?
145 North Duke Street.
Duke Street?
I haven't had my coffee yet, dude. Come on. And I picked up this blend yesterday because of the name.
Sasquatch.
I mean, who could pass up a coffee named Sasquatch? So this is
it's our first dark roast.
Yes, it is
that we've featured. Have a sip. Let me know what you think.
Let's check it out.
The Square One's been around for a long time. Square One Coffee, it's family-owned business. They've been roasting for 15 years, but around longer than that. And I'm not sure the exact day or year that they opened, but when I moved to the Lancaster area, it was around 2000. Square One was the coffee shop I would go to, and they would have music, and they had a wider menu back then.
Yeah.
So like sandwiches and things of that nature. So it's coffee now. I mean, it's hardcore
coffee.
Coffee.
Interesting thing about this coffee is that it's a Nicaraguan which is a hard one to say when you haven't had coffee either. But it's grown by the Lopez family estates, which is a family grower estate that's been in business for over a century.
Wow.
Family owned over a century. So
that's great. Those are the beans that make the Sasquatch.
That's the bean. That's the Sasquatch beans.
Josh and Jess Steffi are the owners of Square One Coffee. You know, 2007 they purchased it from the previous owner, and as you mentioned before, it's at 145 North Duke Street. If you want to stop by,
absolutely
grab you a cup.
This is good stuff, man. You know, sometimes dark roast can get a little hairy, but this Sasquatch is not as hairy as others. So
it should be though, if it's Sasquatch, right?
You would think it kind of sneaks up on you. You know,
that coffee's got some big feet.
Exactly. Lots of legs.
So answer our question of the week for your chance to win a bag. We have a bag of Sasquatch coffee and a shiny, brand new Candy Factory mug that goes along with it for you. We've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. Lori Johnson actually won. I failed to mention last week. I failed to mention that Lori Johnson was our first winner of our What's in the Cup Answer the Question of the Week extravaganza. She won our Lonely Monk coffee, and our winner for last week, Ultimo Coffee.
Yes, that was a good one.
Denise Trope, who chimed in on the question, what is the one thing that you would like to see stay from the pandemic? And her comment was outdoor dining, which I agree with 100%.
Awesome.
All right, so it's Friday. That means that the week is ending, and it's time to take a look at the week. Well, basically whatever happened to that week. I don't even know how to say this. I'm trying to work on a new title for my segment, and I'm fumbling all over the place.
Yeah, well,
145 North Duke Street.
North Duke Street.
Let's start with 145 North Duke Street.
Yeah,
that's right. Where did the week go? That's what I wanted to say the whole time. Man. So here we go. Right here's the answer. First of all, round one is coming to Park City Mall. What's round one? It's a bowling alley, arcade. It's got ping pong, basketball. It's basically a family entertainment center.
Okay.
It's coming to Park City Mall in the old Sears building. So as you know, these malls have been around for like 50 years. Park City opened, I think, in 1971. It's like 50 years old. And of course, it was retail. Malls would have, movie theater or whatever. But mostly it was these big box stores that would anchor. And that's going away.
Yeah.
We lost the Bon-Ton. We lost Sears in the last couple of years. Bon-Ton is, if you watched our earlier episodes, you found out that Bon-Ton is our new vaccination center here in Lancaster. So when you get vaccinated, you can head on over to now round one where the old Sears was, and you can have some family fun. 77,000 square feet. Right. So it's not just bowling and arcade, right. Listen to this: batting cages,
okay,
basketball courts, and private karaoke rooms.
Basketball courts?
It's the only kind of karaoke room there really should be.
Yes, this is very private.
They're going to be serving pizza, wings, burgers, and they are applying right now for a liquor license. I think that's pretty important.
And you know what? I'm not sure that bowling and liquor go together very well.
Oh, absolutely.
Or maybe you do need to drink a lot to bowl. I'm not sure.
Definitely for the private karaoke room.
Yeah, private karaoke. You can't sing unless there's some level of inebriation.
According to LNP, that's Lancaster newspapers for those of you not in the area. According to LNP, that is opening tomorrow.
Okay, something to do.
Next up, this is the first of my two headlines I couldn't pass up for the week. Two of them this week. It's a bonus.
Ooh, wow.
The headline was Laser Deer Tag. This comes from the Sunday newspaper at LNP. It's a feel-good story unless you're a deer. So a guy named Russ Guthrie, who's a 74-year-old gentleman from Middleburg, Pennsylvania, is actually using a thing called LIDAR to help deer hunters find deer. LIDAR. And the thing about it is, it conjures up, first of all, this image of like a video game.
Yeah.
Right. Where this guy's sitting in a dark room with all these computer screens and he's pinpointing the deer and he's like calling in the air reinforcements, like an old Vietnam movie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually not the case. This is really interesting stuff if you're into technology and especially maps. I find maps fascinating. People like maps. Do you remember the old topography maps? You guys remember topography maps? Ruby's looking at me like I didn't go to school. Yeah. Topography maps were like maps that it wasn't just like a two-dimensional map. It would show you the
elevations.
Yeah, thanks. The elevations. But I guess the topography maps that we would be used to from the old days were, fairly, I mean, down to like, maybe 10 or 20 feet.
Yeah.
But LiDAR actually can get within 2 feet. 2 feet. So it can show airplanes fly over this land, and they shoot light, and it measures the distance. And so it can measure within 2 feet of like the elevation.
Okay.
So this guy's using it to find out where deer live.
Okay.
And he's telling deer hunters to go find the deer. It's a
Well,
great story.
It's a great
He
story.
likes to help people.
Well, unless you're Bambi.
Unless you're a deer.
Yeah.
Feel good
exactly.
story. This guy's giving back to his community.
All right. Thank you.
My hat's off to you, Russ.
All right, Russ.
My hat's off to you. Second headline I couldn't pass up this week. Baby bottle craze sparks backlash.
Whoa. Let's back that one up for a second.
That's right. Baby bottle craze sparks backlash. This came from LNP. It's not a local story. It's actually an international story.
Oh, we're going international today.
Yeah, on CUPPA J's, we're bringing in the bigger tent.
Exactly.
Cafes in the Arab Gulf states began selling their coffee in baby bottles in the past week.
When do we do that?
Here?
At least.
Do you want to swap this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
For a baby bottle? Well, apparently the Einstein Cafe started serving all their coffee drinks in plastic baby bottles instead of paper cups. So people have all, apparently this was a huge deal, and social media, it exploded on social media. So people are buying their coffee drinks. They're sucking on these baby bottles, and the government freaks out. And it becomes a culture war in the Arab states. Apparently, according to the newspaper, there were inspection teams raiding coffee shops, confiscating baby bottles.
You have an illegal baby bottle. Why baby bottles? I mean, first of all, I mean, I'm okay with the idea of drinking your coffee out of a baby bottle. If you want to do that,
are you?
Yeah,
really?
Look. I mean, it could be a lot. I mean, have you ever gone to a baseball game and seen those guys with the hats with the?
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll drink out of anything. But why is that a problem?
Well, apparently in Arab states, it's cultural. It's a cultural issue.
It's a cultural issue.
Disrespect. In America, that no problem.
No problem.
Yeah.
You see a guy walking down the street with a baby bottle.
No problem at all.
Not a problem at all.
No problem at all. And finally, our national story this week. We're going back to it. I'm sorry, guys. Non-fungible tokens. The reason I want to bring this back is because let me explain. I brought this up last week because I think it's a very important story, and I failed to explain it properly, and I got a lot of stink eye from my production team. Okay.
However,
yeah, and I felt like I was unfairly stink-eyed about the non-fungible tokens. So I did a little bit more research, and I think I got it. Here's the deal: you make something on a computer, a digital thing, right? And if you can prove you own it, if you have evidence that you created it and you own it, it becomes certified. Okay, and that certification is the non-fungible token. That is the unique thing.
Okay.
So even though you can copy it. That's anything that's digital, like a photo. I take a photo, it spreads around.
Yeah.
But if I can prove that I'm the creator of it, then I get a non-fungible token in my name. And that's the rare thing. And that's the thing that people are selling. So I was thinking about it, and I was like, why a controversy about this? Why is this so controversial? Isn't it like copyright at the end of the day? Like if I write a poem, for example, I'm the owner of that poem. Now people can copy it. They can recite it, right? They could take a picture of it. They could hang it on their wall. But I file it with the government, and I'm the copyright owner. I can sell the copyright.
Yeah. So it's kind of like when Michael Jackson bought the
rights to the Beatles.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. And Bob Dylan just sold his catalog. He just sold his non-fungible tokens, which were the rights. That's my opinion. I think it's basically the same thing as real. So I don't really understand what the controversy is. Although I will say maybe there's a threshold of absurdity.
There is, and I think it's about like $2 billion.
Well, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, sold his first tweet this week or maybe it was last week, $2.9 million.
Unbelievable.
So Jack Dorsey got a non-fungible token that basically said, I owned my first tweet, and he sold that token for $2.9 million. Stories they're coming out every.
This morning, I was listening to a story about how comedy legend John Cleese of Monty Python
who was a guest star on our show last week.
Exactly. He was a guest star on our show last week. John has entered the world of non-fungible token art and is auctioning off the rights to a drawing that he just did of the Brooklyn Bridge on his iPad. So you can literally buy the Brooklyn Bridge.
It's time.
And as according to John, he says, I don't write the jokes, I just point them out. So he finds this to be completely absurd, but he's going to take the $5 million that he's trying to auction this off for and probably do something good with it.
Well, it's a new era.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of non-fungible tokens, I have auctioned this show and it is up for sale. And I think our current high bid now is from Stankonia, a wad of used chewing gum and a ball of pocket lint. So
that's it. That's all we got.
We're building that Mundock fortune.
See that, Rube? Hang in there. Hang in there. A robot took a selfie and it's now being sold.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's just,
for a lot more than used bubble gum and pocket lint. So we're gonna have to raise the game here just a little bit.
Got to get with it.
There you go. Where did that week go? It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. Let's turn the microphone over to Ruby, who's going to bring us some fun news in the world of entertainment. What do you got?
Okay. Well, I got a really interesting story this week. If none of you have Twitter, if you're not a big Twitter user, you might have missed this, but there was actually there was an audio issue. 1 second, please hold. So we had a Cinnamon Toast Crunch saga going on this week. Very interesting headline. Did not expect to see that one morning when I was scrolling through Twitter. Basically what happened, Jensen Karp, who is a actor and producer and writer and actually a former child rapper known as Hot Carl, very interesting name there. He was eating some Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the morning, as one does, nice cereal breakfast, and all of a sudden, a couple shrimp tails fell out of the box. So that's a great start to the morning. Nice special edition Cinnamon Toast Crunch there, shrimp flavored. Anyways, he sees this shrimp. He's like, what the heck? Decides to post a picture to Twitter, tweet at Cinnamon Toast Crunch, as one does when they need a complaint filed. Cinnamon Toast Crunch replied and basically was like, hey, we looked at this picture. We think it's just accumulated sugar, which sparked a lot of controversy. If you look at the image here, it clearly looks like shrimp tails. I mean, from my personal opinion, General Mills, who makes Cinnamon Toast Crunch, actually has a past history with shrimp cross-contamination, I found out. Grossly enough, I'm gonna have to rethink my cereal choices soon.
Nice.
Some product or ingredient in a product they used to make had a shrimp cross-contamination incident years ago, so it's not the first time.
So the first time you found shrimp in a General Mills product,
unfortunately not.
Shrimp tails.
But as this progressed, more and more people started seeing it on Twitter. It started to go viral. Cinnamon Toast Crunch was basically like, hey, we'll send you another box if you want. And I think that's not really the big issue here. It's kind of the shrimp, shrimp in the cereal box, I would say, So moving on, he decided to send in the shrimp tails and some other gross things he found in the bag, including a piece of what looks like dental floss and possibly rat feces. We don't know yet. All of these items have been sent into a lab, which is now being processed. We should hear back soon. Hopefully by next week, we'll have an update on if this is actually a shrimp tail, but pretty disgusting. And now people are coming at him saying that he's lying and he's taking a break from Twitter. So it's just so much.
Well, to be clear, there's no evidence yet that it's actually, that these are actually.
This is all conjecture. But in true journalistic nature here at CUPPA J's, because we take things seriously here.
That's right. Journalistic integrity all the way home.
Absolutely. Right, absolutely. Yesterday I went out and I bought a box.
There you go.
Of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's right. I have a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch right here. And we're going to find out not just what's in the cup today. We're going to find out
what's in the
box. Okay. So it's like the new Cracker Jack.
It really is.
Well, this is not a shrimp tail. But it is a package of salmon. So apparently they have a seafood theme that's going on there. I think there's something else in here. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see if we can dig in here a little bit more.
You all right?
Let's see. Okay, we got to. I don't know what that's for. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. How in the world do they do this? And there's one more thing. One more thing. Let me find out. It's a copy of my book. How the hell did that get in there? So there's, I guess the shrimps need to be a little more mindful. So there's a copy of Mindfulness Secrets in the box as well.
Perhaps,
there you go.
Perhaps, perhaps they had a retreat.
Exactly. Exactly.
Perhaps the shrimp had a nice retreat there in the box of cinnamon toast. Thank you for finding out for us what's really in the box, a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, not all boxes. I just want to be clear.
Yeah,
we're not suggesting that every box is going to come with a keyboard, a
package of salmon. But it might have my book, and maybe I should talk to my agent about that. If I can get my book in every box, man, my sales are going to go through the roof.
Oh boy, there you go.
Well,
so what else is going on?
I want to.
Friday.
How the hell did we get here? I want to talk about Shady Maple. I was at the market the other day, and I was surprised to find out that Shady Maple. If you don't know, Shady Maple is a bakery, grocery store sort of thing. They had a stand at market that sold great donuts, baked goods, things like that. And they're closing their stand as of Saturday. So as of Saturday, that's the last day you're going to be able to get things directly from Shady Maple. Now, I did find out that the people who bought that stand are going to be selling some Shady Maple products.
Okay.
But we don't know for sure which ones they're going to be.
It's an institution, really.
It's an institution, really. It's been, Shady Maple has been a part of Lancaster since 1970s. They're still going to have the main store in East Earl, so you can, if you need to get your fix, your Shady Maple fix, you can go there. But we wanted to show a little tribute because we're all about the donuts here on the second floor at the Candy Factory. And here's some interesting facts. Donuts are made primarily of fats, oils, sugars, and things like that. And people say it's junk food.
Yeah.
Let's set the record straight. Let's go to the science. Fats and oils are the most abundant lipids in nature.
All right.
Right. And they provide energy for living organisms. And sugar, right? The brain requires 130 grams of sugar per day to keep functioning.
There you go.
So in other words, donuts, my friend.
Health food right
here. This is healthy eating. And so we would like to, in honor of Shady Maple, all of the members of our wonderful team here at CUPPA J's would like to say thank you for the donuts.
That's a little weird, but
thank you in the COVID world. But hey, to you, Shady Maple.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
That's what I'm talking about.
You will be missed, Shady Maple. You will be missed. Closing the stand at our Lancaster Central Market. Saturday. That's sad. It's sad.
That is sad. End of an era. My friend.
Sad as you can go. Thank you for that report. How was that?
You're welcome.
It is Friday morning in Lancaster, PA, and that means it's time for Weekend Shenanigans. Still waiting on a segment intro for that.
Yeah, we need to work on that one.
All right, it's all coming, folks. If you, we really appreciate you watching us, by the way, and if you've been watching us the last few weeks as we've been doing this, please just know that we're really trying to make this better. We really are.
Trust me, we are trying to make it better.
What do you got going on this weekend?
I think this weekend I may actually go and check out that new place.
Round one.
I may just pop in there and see what's shaking. Because today is my official day. 2 weeks since my second COVID shot. So
congratulations.
I'm in that wonderful crew that can go out. My wife has already been vaccinated and stuff. So I think we're gonna go wander around a little bit and try and find something to get into.
Don't forget private karaoke rooms. Private karaoke rooms. Round one. That's great. Yeah. So that opens tomorrow.
Yeah, I have to do that.
We're going to the Exchange.
That's a good place.
So the Exchange is a rooftop bar, if you will, on the 12th floor of the Marriott, downtown, right in the heart of Lancaster City, right at Lancaster Square. The Marriott's got, I think the Marriott itself is like 19 floors or something like that, but the The Exchange is built on the 12th floor, and it's got this incredible view that you're seeing right here. This is drone footage from our friend Derek Lau at Ada Media, who did this for them.
Great.
It's on their website. When you go to the website, you'll see this footage, and that's literally, I mean, it's breathtaking when you're up there. So Saturday night we have a birthday celebration to attend. So a handful of us made some reservations. We're going to go up to the Exchange and check it out.
Good
deal. It's considered casually styled comfort food up there.
Yeah,
casually styled comfort food. And one thing to point out, it's 21 and over.
Yes,
that always comes up because it's such a gorgeous view that folks are always like, "Hey, can we bring the kids?" And the bouncers are like, "No,
no.
21
Yeah, but so, it is great, and it's going to be a great weekend for that.
Absolutely, 100%. Well, thanks everybody for checking us out this morning and joining us for Cup of J's. We hope that you have a great weekend.
Well, let's see. I think we have some viewer comments.
Oh, we do. Oh, look at me. I'm jumping the gun. All right.
How about that? So do we have any comments that we want to hit? Let's check with our producers. We have Amy Campbell says Boston creams are her favorite. Oh, I think that's a good one. That's
all right. Amy Campbell, thank you for chiming in.
Ariana? Yeah, that's very typical for Ariana. Free donuts.
It's a great kind of donut right there.
A nutty donut made in Michigan. It's basically a glazed donut rolled in crushed peanuts. Maybe we'll have to try and make some. Lori Johnson. Thank you, Lori. Yes, I think absolutely make that. And Carol Bixler says jelly donuts are the best.
Jelly-filled donut. Classic. Jelly-filled donuts are classic.
See, I'm a cream-filled guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
I remember as a kid, it was always the jelly-filled ones I wanted.
Nah. I would like spit those out, man.
I'm a chocolate guy now.
You're a chocolate guy?
Yeah. I'm not so much into the jelly.
Yeah.
But yeah, going way back. That's going way back.
Yeah, you're showing your age.
Well, thank you all for commenting. And remember, you can comment all week long. Answer our question. What is your favorite type of donut for a chance to win a bag of Square One coffee and a shiny brand new Candy Factory mug? So now, thank you all very much for checking us out this morning, for spending some time with us on Cup of J's. And just remember, keep your cup filled with all the stuff that makes Lancaster
so good.
Candy Factory.
Go.